My name is Jeremy Dutcher. I'm from Wolastoq Territory in northern New Brunswick, and I'm here at the Banff Centre as part of this new Indigenous music collective.
Yeah, my name is Les Belanger, but I'm better known as Boogie the Beat. I am a Anishinaabe DJ and producer, born and raised in wonderful Winnipeg, Manitoba.
My name is Marie-Josée Dandeneau. I come from Saint Boniface, Winnipeg. My ancestry is Métis and Ojibwe.
Bonjour and Dinaway Magana Duk Leonard Sumner and Indigenous Kas Kagichka Kamagak and Dunji, Anishinaabe and the Go. My name is Leonard Sumner. I come from the Little Saskatchewan First Nation Indian Reserve, located in the heart of the Interlake of Manitoba, and I'm Anishinaabe.
So this collective came together through the work of MJ Dandeneau, who's playing bass and sort of organizing us all. This week has been like sort of being locked in a room for like 12-hour days and really making some like cool music, I think. Leonard is bringing some like amazing like singer-songwriter vibes, and obviously the spoken word and the rap piece, that's what he brings. Boogie's, keeping us in time and like bringing that beat, and then MJ's laying it down on the bass. And then a lot of what I'm doing is songs I've either written or songs coming from my community, right? So chant music that I've sort of adapted.
The ideas behind these songs that are sometimes based in like traditional storytelling. So I'll bring like a English rap version, you know what I mean, a verse that fits to what we're trying to say with, or what the traditional song is saying. We try to fit my lyrics and make it make sense all together and tie it all in. So that's part of the balance here, is making sure everything fits right, and like trying to maintain a good balance of that.
The most important aspect I wanted in this project was to incorporate the languages that we all speak. Comme le français, je parle français, puis j'adore le français, je suis fière de ma langue française, la francophonie. Puis de continuer à chanter en français, de continuer à parler en français. C'est vraiment important pour moi.
Le plus français, l'amour garanti. Je fonce la tête.
For young people especially, to engage with language and to consider the value of it, and to really invest in learning it is something that I know we've all talked about, and I think we want to sort of push with this project as well. Especially like for me, it's like there's less than 500 speakers of my language totally, right? So right now is the generation that if we don't sort of start pushing it forward and making sure that we're singing songs in our language and telling stories in our language, all this kind of stuff, we could lose it, right? So that's been a big portion, and a lot of the songs that we've written is really trying to bring forward that language and trying to talk about its importance and why we need to save it.
Because language is where the culture comes from, language is everything, right? And to see some of these languages die off, it's almost like seeing some of these cultures die off, and we need to preserve this as much as we can. And I think as artists, and we kind of have, we have this platform to share our music with the world. So I think it's very important that we do our part to preserve the culture and to preserve the languages as best as we can, and we do it the only way we know how is through song and melody. So yeah.
But I feel it's important for like young people to understand that like the more you learn, the better as far as language goes, because it gives you a broader understanding of how the world works. Because sometimes English is seen as this like dominant language, but like the ideologies behind it are somewhat poisoned. You know what I mean? So when you speak Indigenous languages, they often are a little bit more on a spiritual level, it feels like, or they have a little bit more of an understanding of the land around us.
It's very important language to keep that alive, and there was a big importance in this project for me, and I'm very glad that the guys were all on the same page and we just meshed so well together.
way oh, way, way oh, way oh, way, way oh, way, way oh, way oh, way.